Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now we've just come back from my little shopping trip to Poundworld Plus and to Poundland, and I'm just going to show you the things that we've bought, and within this video I'll also show you how to put everything together and make some nice little gift sets and bags and sweet goodies that you can give to people for this Christmas. Now we're working them around these little bags. Now these came from Poundworld Plus and they were £1.25. So we've got the little Santa bag, and they're just basically felt, that's all they are, and there's a nice gap in the middle there, and you've got a little handle. So we've got the Santa one, and we've also got a gingerbread man as well. So that's what we're going to work around, and that's the things we're going to use. Right, so what I'm going to do is just run through the things that we've just brought. Now, this is just what I'm using. You can use anything you want. This is just the things that I've been this morning to pick up that I've seen on my travels this week that I thought would make really nice additions to these bags. So I'm just going to jump straight in. Right, these first items here came from Poundland. So obviously the things I'm going to show you were £1. So this is a little gingerbread cookie scented bubble bath. So we've got that. They had different ones available as well. If you look in my vlog, you'll see all sorts of different things. I bought the gingerbread cookie hand cream, the gingerbread bath bomb, and also the gingerbread cookie set of 3 scented bath fizzers. These also came from Poundland. They're the double-sided nail files, and if you see, they've got a little gingerbread man on. There is a polar bear as well, but I wanted them because it had the gingerbread man on there. And what else did we get from Poundland? Right, I also picked up these candy canes. These are the smaller little mini candy canes, and they're from the Father Christmas, the Raymond Briggs Father Christmas. So I picked up those and some bigger ones. And if you can look on them, there's some little tiny Father Christmas faces on there as well, which I thought was different, you know, to some of the normal candy canes. So I picked up those. They also had, in Poundland, these gift bows. They had different colours, but I wanted these for this particular idea. Some tissue paper. This is Christmassy tissue paper. So little different designs. I've got lots of tissue paper, but I wanted some Christmas paper. I also picked up some of these 3 gift bags in a pack from Poundland as well. They had slightly different designs, but I picked up the reindeer one. And I think that is all that came from Poundland. The next items came from Poundworld Plus. Now, these came from Poundworld Plus, but I did notice they had something very, very similar in Poundland, and I think, don't quote me, but there may have been more money in Poundworld Plus. So Poundland would be the place to get these from. I'll pick those up. Some of these little reindeers, I did put these in the video as well, and I wanted to see if they were actually individually wrapped, which they are. So that's what I wanted them to be, wrapped individually. These were 50p, and these, so I say all these items came from Poundworld Plus. They were 50p each. These lollies as well, these Christmas tree lollies, they were also 50p each. And there's a giant jelly bean cane. Trying to remember the price, I think that was £1, but I can't quite remember. And the last thing is this little glass, and we also picked that up as well, and that was £1 from there. Now, I'll clear all these items away, and I'll show you some things that I've got in my stash that I'm going to use as well to put it all together. Right, now in my stash I have a pack of Father Christmas tissue paper, and it's got some little tags there. I have a box, and in there it has some cello bags, various different types of cello bags. And I've also got these little Father Christmas cello bags as well that I bought from eBay. I bought those a couple of years ago, so I don't know exactly where I got them from. And here's some little organza bags that I also bought a few years ago that have got snowmen on. So anything like that you can check out on eBay. I've got some clear bags as well, and they've got the bottom on them, so they actually stand up, and they're good to use. So just type in cello bag. They came from eBay as well, but other places do obviously sell them. I have some curling ribbon. This is all from Moustache. I've got red and gold that I wanted to use. These are some little ties that came with the bag. Sometimes I use them, but mainly I use the curling ribbon. There's some gold ribbon as well that I've used on a previous project. And also, I don't know if you remember a while ago when we went and did some Halloween shopping, they had these bags of sweets and they were half price. They were just over £1 a bag. So I picked these up. We didn't use them for Halloween, but in my mind, I wanted to make these little bags up. So if you can pick any sweets and chocolates up for a cheap price, then they're always worth doing. So they're the things that I had in my stash, and I've also got a bow here, one of those pull bows, just in case I need that. So some of the things that we've bought that were literally just £1 or so each, and some bits and pieces that I've got in my stash. So what we're going to do now is clear this away, and I'll show you how to make the first bag, which will be the gingerbread man. Okay, now what I'm going to do to start with is get my little gingerbread man bag and just snip the tag off the side. So as I said before, it's made of felt. Now it's not that big in the middle. I did think it was a little bit bigger. So the gingerbread man bath bomb that I bought here is too big to fit in the box, but that's fine because we can do something else with that. So it wasn't a waste of money really. So what I'm going to do is just pop all these few things into the bag. Now, what I want to do is to do something, rather than just shoving them in the bag, I want to try and put a little bit of tissue paper in first, just to make it a little bit different and to make it look a bit nicer. Now, this little star one here is catching my eye to use, so I'll just undo this. It feels really soft actually. This is the tissue paper that we bought from Poundland, and you get quite a lot of sheets. Let me see if it says, remind myself how many sheets. 15 sheets. It's quite thin, but then tissue paper is, but it feels nice and soft at the same time. So what I'm going to do is to put this tissue paper in the middle. I won't do it on camera because it might be a bit rustly. I'm just going to poke it in, and I'll be back with you. So all I've done is pop the tissue paper in, and I'm just going to stick inside these little bath bomby bits that we bought. I'm just going to pop them in. So this goodie bag won't involve any chocolate or any sweets. So it's literally just a smelly set. So I'm going to put all the things in there. Pull the tissue paper up a little bit. And that is that little gift set done. Now what you can do if you wanted to is you could wrap that then in some cello wrap. You could put it all up and put a bow on maybe, but I think just as he is, he looks quite cute. So there we go, that's the little gingerbread one. Now how easy was that? And it's just literally going and buying the things and sticking them together. You don't even really need to use the tissue paper. So if you wanted to, I could give that like that with the other set with it as well. So there we go, that's one set done. Now the Santa one, what we'll do with this one is we are going to use some sweets and chocolate with this. So I'm showing you with these felt bags, and then afterwards I'm going to show you how you can do them without the felt bags, so you can make sweets and bits and pieces up anyway. So we're going to do the same. Now this bag to me feels a bit deeper. I don't know if you can see, but that's got a lot more room than the other one had. So I'm going to get a piece again of the tissue paper, and let me just have a look what I think would be nice for this one. I might go for this spotty one. I think that would be good. I'm just going to see if it didn't make too much noise. Just poke it in like that. In fact, what about if we do it that way? So if we put it in that way, we then have the nice design on the outside. So put it in so the inside's in the middle, and that's the tissue. And within this, I'm going to literally just put some sweets and goodies inside. So we've got the candy cane here, which will stand in. Might have to hold that up for a minute. We've got the set of mallows, which were just 50p. Let me just prop that up there. And then we've got some candy canes. So this will do quite a few prezzies. If we take a candy cane out. So we've got a couple of the candy canes there. We've also got, I put a couple of the little Malteser reindeers in as well. I'm just going to leave these smaller items to one side because I am going to do something different with those. We've got a little Smarty snowman there as well. And some of the mini candy canes. So let's take those out. And they're just like that. So they are quite small and they're quite cute. So we'll do 3 of those. And what else have we got? We've got one of these lollies. So that can stand at the back because that's quite tall. Now, with these items here, I'm going to use some of the cello bags. So I'm just going to go over to the part of the kitchen and grab those. Now, the bags I'm going to use are these ones that have got a Father Christmas on the front. And all I'm going to do is pop all of these inside the bag. Now, you don't have to fill them. You can stop there. That's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter. Because as you can see, you do get quite a lot in there anyway. But what I'm going to do, I'll just get my wrap ready there. What I'm going to do is to put some of these little Milky Ways and Crunches, Maltesers. So I'm going to get a few of those out the bag and I'll be back with you. So what I've done is I've got one of each and I'm just going to put those into the bag. So you really do have a full bag of goodies and you've got a mixture of sweets and chocolate in there. It's absolutely jam-packed. Right, now to tie it up, I'm going to use a little bit of this curling ribbon. And again, as we did before on the other packet that we did up for Christmas Eve, we just go round, tie it at the top like that. And tie again so you've got a double knot there. Get your scissors and just curl. Now you can put an extra little bit of curling ribbon on there if you wanted, just to make it a bit more, but I think that looks absolutely fine as it is. So you've got your big bag of sweets. Now if you wanted to, you could just give the sweets just like that. You don't have to put them within this pack, but with this one I wanted it to be a nice bag that was full of sweets and goodies. So that's why I'm going to put this inside. So in that will go, in the bottom, and that then will make Father Christmas stand up a lot better because it feels much sturdier with having all of the goodies in. And that is it. That's literally it for that one. So that one's going to be full of sweets. And if I just tilt it, you can see inside that you've got all your sweets and all your goodies in there as well. So that would be a great present to give a kid. Obviously, there's far too many sweets in there for one day, but at Christmas time, it's obviously nice to have a few more treats anyway, isn't it? So let's just pop that one back there. And they're the goodie bags that we've got using the felt bags from Poundworld Plus. So now I'm going to clear these few bits away and show you some other ways that you can make some goodie bags without using the felt bags. Right, now I'm going to show you some little ideas using these little gift bags. So these were 3 for £1. Just take those out of the bag and then open the bag up like that. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one, whereas I'm going to pop the sweets in, and I am going to use a little bit more tissue again. What design shall I use this time? Let's have a look what would match. To be honest, I think any of them would go, but I'm going to use this one here. So get that, pop it so the lighter side's on the top, and then poke it down like that. There we go. Well, the bag's longer than what you think. It goes down further. Right, and then in there we can fill that with loads of sweeties and bits and bobs. So let's have a look what we've got. So I'll just clear this little bit away a sec. So again, we can get some of our sweets and some of our chockies, and I'll get those ready and I'll be back with you. Right, now with this one, what I'm going to do is to pop in some more of these little marshmallow Santa and snowmen, and another one of the 50p Christmas trees, lolly Christmas trees. Put a little Santa in and a couple of candy canes. Now with those, I'm just putting those straight in the bag, because what I'm going to do is use one of these little gold stripy bags and just put in some of the chocky. Just put it straight in the bag, so it's just the chocolate in these bags this time, like that. We'll just poke the Maltesers a bit further down the back because that bag's quite big. And I'm going to use some gold curling ribbon this time. Just got to find the end, wherever the end is. So you just put your little gold ribbon, so I'm trying not to get my arm in the camera, put your little gold ribbon around the top. It's tricky because I'm trying to lean over the tripod to do this. So you just tie it, and again, you can just give these as presents. You don't have to put that, into the bag. That can literally just be a present on its own. So I'll just snip off the bits that are too long, and again, curl the ribbon, bend in the way that the ribbon naturally goes. If you can just see, there we go. And I'm going to put that inside the bag. And there we go. You can use the tag to write on what you want it to. Now, you could leave it like that, or I did find in Poundland these gift bows, and I thought that these big massive red ones would look really nice on the front. So if I just peel that off and just stick that on the top there, that makes that look even more of a gift. I'll just primp that out a little bit, and let me just move the camera back, and if you can see, there we go. There's another little bag that's all ready to give. Right, now what I've done is I've made a few more bags up, and these are just using the cello bags just to show you again that you can just make them up and put some chocolates and whatever sweets inside. So that's the little snowman bag, the Santa bag. This snowman organza bag is just filled with chocolates, and again a couple of the small little mini candy canes. And here's one of the bags that you can use with the flat bottom on, and that's just again filled with chocolates and sweets, and I've just put a little bit of curling ribbon on the top. So you don't have to use the big bags, you don't have to make them elaborate. You can put, you can use smaller bags and put just a few things in, especially if you've got to make quite a few party bags, or you've got, a lot of kids coming round, maybe you've got quite a few grandchildren. You could buy some of the multi-pack bags of sweets and chocolates, just buy a few of these organza bags and just put them together like that with a little bit of curling ribbon, and it wouldn't cost much money at all, but then you've got something nice to give out. So there are a few of the bags as well that I've made up. Now the next idea that I want to share with you is using a glass that I bought from Poundworld Plus this morning, and it's got the little reindeers and the trees on it. You may remember it from the video. And what I'm going to do with that is fill at the bottom with these little marshmallows. We bought these previously. These were actually in the cupboard, so I didn't buy these today. I'm just going to put a few of the marshmallows in the bottom of the cup, like that. And then use the candy canes that we bought today to go around the edge. So you just have to wiggle the marshmallows about a little bit just to get them to sit correctly, like that. Now what you could also do, if you wanted to, you could put a some chocolate in there or something else as well, but I think it just looks nice with the marshmallows. Now I wouldn't use this glass to put hot chocolate in because I'm not sure how the temperature would hold it, so that's why I didn't want to put hot chocolate in, as I didn't want to give people any ideas really. So that's that as it is at the moment. Now what we're going to do is just to wrap it all up and wrap it together. So I'll show you the idea I've got for that now. Camera back a little bit. I'll just pull the camera back a little bit just to show you how I'm going to wrap this glass. Now I've got the tissue paper here. I think I bought this from the range. It's about £1, and I've put the glass in the centre, and all I'm going to do is get a bit of curling ribbon. Now you can miss this step, the tissue paper step, and go straight to the next bit, but I wanted to do the tissue paper in this instance. So I've just pulled it back, so I hope I'm not, let me just pull you back a little bit more, just so, there you go, just so you can see. Oops, I'm knocking the camera now. There we go, you can still see. So I'm just going to pull these side bits up and these up all together, right. So now I'm going to get my little bit of wrap, my little bit of ribbon, should I say, and put that around the top, and very carefully, just so it doesn't tear the tissue paper, pop that into a double knot. Now you don't have to curl this because this is not where we're finishing. So we have some tissue paper like that. Now also within my stash I have some cello wrap, and we've used this in a previous video before, and this is the one that's got snowflakes on. So I'm just going to get a piece of this, and I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Right, so what I've done is I've put the cello wrap, the snowflake cello wrap, underneath. I have got quite a lot of cello wrap, more than I need, but I'd rather have too much and then cut it off. So you just pull the cello wrap up around the edge of the present in exactly the same way that we've done before, and gather again in the middle. Get your ribbon, got myself a bit of ribbon here, and go round and tie again. Now with this, I'm not going to curl this red ribbon because I'm going to put something else on it, but I just wanted to show you that you can use tissue paper underneath this cello wrap just to give yourself a different effect. So that's what we've got to at that stage. Now you can buy these pull bows from the internet. You can buy them on eBay or, you know, various other places. Florists sometimes use them, and they may even sell them to you. So all you have to do is get your ribbon, do it so you can see, and pull the two little bits inside there, and you just pull it like this, and as you're pulling, the ribbon is gathering and making a bow. So you don't actually have to do anything apart from hold the two little strips of ribbon and pull. And what I normally do is just tie there and tie again in a little knot. Now snip off the excess there, because we don't need those bits, and you can save those. It's Phoebe showing us her candy cane. Right, and then what you do is you get the two little bits there and you pull it. I should have pulled that bow a little bit tighter, it's because I'm trying to do it on camera to make it look a bit more like a bow. Okay, and then that goes round the back, and so it goes like that, and then you pull those bits around the front. Let me just lay it down to make it easier. And these bits tie at the front near the bow. And the reason they come near the front is because we're going to curl these parts, these little bits here. So that goes under there. I'm hoping you can see, it's quite tricky to do it and to show you. So you get those bits there. Again, you get your scissors. You can split these because they are quite big bits of ribbon, but I think they look fine as they are. And then you just stand it up and primp your little bow out like that. But again, I'm using a glass to decorate here, but this can be done. This can be done with absolutely any present that you've got. It was just to give you the idea and how you can wrap presents differently. Let me pull the camera in a little bit closer. Now I've done that part so you can see, and it just gives an extra layer and a different look to presents. So you've got your tissue paper underneath, you've got your wrap over the top, and it just makes it look that more professional. Now what you can do with the top, if you can see, I'll just pan up a little bit. I've got extra here. Now you can leave that or you can cut it off, but as I said to you before, don't be afraid to cut it off. Just cut at an angle. If you're going to do it, don't cut straight, cut at an angle so it looks as how it would kind of naturally go. But just go with some points. You want points going up, but don't be afraid to snip. As long as you work on the angle theme, you're not going to go far wrong. And there we go, there is your glass. And that, guys, is a few ideas that I wanted to show you. And you can adapt them, you can do them any way you want. You don't have to do it as, you know, as I've done. But I just wanted to give you a few different ideas how you can get some sweets, a little bit of packaging, and how packaging things, let's say, can make presents look completely different. And the way that you present something makes a relatively inexpensive present look more appealing and look worth a lot more money. So there we go. There are the bits and pieces that we've made today. I hope you've enjoyed watching this, and also you've maybe watched the haul where we went to go and pick these items up as well. But thanks for coming with us, and thank you again for all your comments. I do love reading them. So I'll see you again soon, guys. Take care. Bye.